Hey, Ross here with TrueCut CNC, and today we're going to talk about the point tool in Rhino 3D. I'm not going to go over all the tools. I'm going to talk just about the ones that we use. I don't want to confuse. This is intended to be a kind of a beginner series. I don't want to confuse you with tools that you'll never use. So mainly for dropping points, we're going to be using the single point, multiple point, and possibly divide curve by length. So we'll talk about those three. So the first one is single point. By clicking on single point, allows me to just drop a single point. Simple as that. If I can type a location for the point right here, or I can just click on it. And the nice thing about Rhino is you have this nice grid. So if you remember in the first setup video, we set up the grid to 1 inch majors. So each one of these major lines equals 1 inch. So if I want to point at 2 inches by 2 inches, it's real easy to do right there just by placing it on the grid. To repeat a command in Rhino, you just right click. So, and that applies to any command. So I just placed this point. If I right click, it just repeats that point command again. Right click again, repeats the command. That works with any command in Rhino. So let's delete those. I'm just going to box select them, hit the delete key. Okay, and now we'll do point multiple. And I'm getting this window to fly out just by holding this button down. Any button with an arrow on it, if you just left click it and hold it down, it'll make this menu fly out. So we're going to hit multiple points. Now this will allow me to just drop points without repeating the command. Okay, I'm just tapping the left mouse button and dropping points as I go. Okay, so we'll cancel out of that, box select and delete. And we'll talk about this one. So to use this tool, we need a curve first. So I'm going to draw a curve like that. And we're going to divide that curve. So what we're going to do is divide it by, let's do number of segments first. So that's going to be a left mouse click. Just look at the image there of the mouse. Be a left mouse click, and just look up at the top left here. It's going to tell you what to do. So it's to select curve to divide, press enter when done, press enter. So our it's defaulting to 25. Let's say I want let's say I want 15 points. Hit enter. And it drops 15 evenly spaced points along that curve. Okay, let's start over. What I'm going to do is now hit Control Z and back out of that. Get rid of those points. Control Z is undo in Windows. And then we're going to do the other one. We're going to do a divide curve by length. So this is going to be a left mouse click. Select curves to divide. Press enter. And now it's asking us for a length, and it shows the arrows, the direction of the where we're going to start. So curve length, it tells us what the curve length is. Enter length of segment, select curve to flip direction. So we don't need to flip the direction. It's defaulting to 1 inch. Okay, so let's put a point at every 0.75 inches. And there you have it, a point at every 0.75 inches we have a point along that curve. And that's it. That's all we're going to talk about with points. Again, with any of these tools, I'm talking about what we typically use in drawing in 2D for drawing for the plasma machine. As you progress, if you want to explore more of these, feel free. This program has a lot of functionality, very, very powerful. By drawing in 2D like we're doing, we're we're really just scratching the surface of what this program is capable of. But I don't want to confuse the issue with tools that you'll not likely use. So in the next video, we'll talk about drawing lines.